The next video comes to us from South Korea, from a user called Tuxedo Brother. Tuxedo states that he is a paranormal psychic and visits many supposedly haunted locations on his channel in an attempt to communicate with spirits. In this particular video, Tuxedo is visiting an old house that has been left abandoned for many years. The house is in complete disrepair and pitch black, definitely creepy. Apparently, there had been quite a bit of paranormal activity here in the past, so Tuxedo was hoping to be able to hear from some of the spirits there. Although he doesn't seem to get a response from anything in the house, he does manage to get this interesting capture. While Tuxedo is filming a hallway, he suddenly notices movement in the doorframe to the right. When he zooms in, we can see that a large claw-like hand is reaching out from the dark room. The cameraman notices this as well and checks the room out. But it is totally empty, without anywhere for someone to hide. This must be paranormal capture, right? Or do you think there's another explanation? Pretty unsettling. Now we're taking a look at another mysterious recording from Asia that was sent, yet again, by Ghost Son. The story reads that two friends were documenting their little field trip today, and it shaped out to be a really nice day at first. At some point, one of the two girls seemed to have lost a pair of keys in a drain on the side of the street. They take the camera and hope by holding it down the drain hole that they would be able to see the keys. Judging by this footage, they might have found something else down there. Is it a face? Some commentators say that it is, yet nobody knows how exactly this should have been possible. User Humble Raisin shared the following. My buddy's grandma's house is haunted. Convinced him to do a midnight walk-in video. He saw this. Got another picture during the day, and there's nothing there. The glowing eyes happen over top the window frame, not window. I'm convinced. LOL. What you are looking at is a picture taken during the day for comparison. Raisin is actually talking about the following capture. An unidentified black mass with glowing eyes is standing right in front of the window, and it does not appear human. People say that they see a dark body connected to its head, a demon perhaps. Whatever was captured that night, this is stuff that nightmares are made out of. The following clip was sent by Adrian, and it was apparently shared by a channel called Secret Guides, which is a place where paranormal investigations are being shared with their viewers. In that particular case, the owner states that this was shot by a man who was doing a walk around in his house. It seems to involve a poltergeist manifestation even.
Right here, I think. It's going from the cupboard.
He hears unexplainable knocking from the cupboard when right behind him.
What the is that?
Something turns on the television.
Right, you saw that. The TV just turned itself on. Right, that sounded like it was coming from the bathroom. Look. What, this room here, completely empty.
Then things starting to being thrown around.
Bathroom. And there's nothing. Where did that even come from? What is that? Shadow. What is... Oh god, you saw that, right? That looked like a human. There's no one here. Literally no one here.
A shadow then is walking across the floor. Almost looks a little bit too good to be true, in my opinion. And more like a person in a blanket.
What is that? Oh, the tap's turned on. The tap has turned itself on.
Just a really bad hoax? Let me know, guys.
See, this is what I get all the time.
The next case was featured by Amy and Luna94, the channel of a young mother who's mostly sharing videos about her kids and her dog Luna. However, this got a bit weird when the woman shared a pretty unique encounter they had in the woods together, and she doesn't believe this to be anything normal, as she puts it. Let's take a look.
What's the matter?
Luna, Jackson, come here, please. Come here. Come behind. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
They had no idea what exactly was going on in front of them, and what it was. Is this something otherworldly, or was it simply an animal? Hard to say. But they came back another day, and yet again saw something really interesting in the distance. The woman believes this to be the exact same thing that she captured earlier. Could this be? Perhaps it was just an animal, but it made her pretty unsettling. What do you believe? It was taken by an urban explorer who was visiting an old abandoned place. The exact location of the place is unknown, as well as the reason for its abandonment. As you can see, the building used to be beautiful, but has fallen into serious disrepair in recent years. There was also an unfortunate fire in 2006 as a result of squatters residing in the building. To keep intruders out? Or prison room, yeah, that could be. Okay, can we see anything weird? Is there something in the corner? No. Could not make out anything. Oh, it appears that something is swinging there in the back. Look, something dark. Oh yeah, there was a shadow here. next recording was sent by Jamie, and it was captured by a man who was living alone in an apartment complex. He shared this encounter on Reddit, which freaked him out quite a bit, so it was said at least. There have been strange incidents taking place over the past several months now, however, nothing that was really worrying for him. He started recording these incidents though, for his video diary. The night in question, it all started with the sink that just turned on by itself. This happened before, but he couldn't capture it on video in the past. But there was something else going on that night. Take a good look. A terrifying face is appearing on the other side of the kitchen window, and when the man checks it one more time, he can't find any trace of it. The face is white and the eyes are just two black holes. If nobody was pranking him that night, or this occurrence was just edited in, was it a malevolent entity that was visiting? Who can say? The following was sent in by my haunted life Joe Stump. He tells me, this was taken on my security camera on 4th of August 2021. As you can see, I'm walking into the kitchen and obviously something was behind me. Didn't look like it had a face. Not sure what it was, but you could clearly see through it. At first I thought it was my fiancé, until I realized you can see through that thing. You could see the cabinet completely through it. I'm at a loss for words, because this is actually the first time we caught a complete full apparition. Terrifying. He also sent another clip, which shows a lip balm stick that is being thrown to the ground. They believe that the carousel angel, which is situated next to it, was responsible for this. They had bought it at a yard sale, and are certain that this thing is haunted. Could that be so? Maybe an entity is attached to this item, which could be the explanation for that thing that popped up behind Joe. Who knows? The next video was sent by Ryu, and he tells me that it was recorded during a protest several years ago. The man that was filming was basically just documenting this evening and panning his camera around in the audience, you know, for documentary purposes. However, after rewatching the tape with his family the following night, they noticed that there were a couple of frames that revealed something grim looking. Rio tells me that he believes it to be a demon or malevolent entity that was around that night and got captured by coincidence. But could that be so? Look at the huge mouth of that thing. Whatever it is, a terrifying event. The following video was shared by Haunted Luca, and he states, "We were out one night and no one was home. Something triggered a movement activated camera." Oh yeah. This looks like something's moving by pretty quick in front of that sofa. Is that something paranormal? You guys, look at that. I mean, if nobody was home and there was no shadow coming in, perhaps from the outside? Is there a window? Maybe there is. Or did something more explainable unfold in here? Well, it's really hard to say for me. This video was uploaded by Malachi James, and apparently it features a terrifying sighting. It startled him and a family member to the core after realizing that there was something else than just weird noises on that recording. He states, "Was wondering what everyone's thoughts are on this. It happens at the end of the video. This is a recording my pregnant little sister took originally, because the baby was moving and she thought her kitty was crying because his companion had just been put down." Now let's take a look at that recording. Well, there's clearly a cat that can be heard. Another viewer states, "Why was the video cut right when the shadow had popped up?" Malachi James replies, "It was just a snap. I said she's super pregnant and the baby was moving. She didn't see the shadow thing until she watched it back. What he means by that is that she recorded just a short Snapchat video and it automatically ended after the set maximum video length. So what is that thing? It looks like a creepy head. Maybe it's something explainable though. What do you think? It sure gave me some nightmares after seeing it the first time." Are these dark eyes? Now we want to check out a video that was uploaded by Rebecca Schütz, and she states it's a security video provided by the West Street Chapel. In the video, a night janitor looks at the door around 5 AM, and a few seconds later, what appears to be a little girl in a white dress runs towards the door, then quickly out of frame. Later, when cleaners were shown the video, they were terrified. No little girls had been in the building that morning, and no one had an explanation for who the figure was, except, well, something otherworldly. Let's take a look. Okay, that seems to be the security guard. Whoa. This? That looks eerily similar to a real person, doesn't it? I mean, I don't know if we can see a shadow here, but to me, I don't think we can see a shadow from that girl. This is really creepy. I mean, this could certainly be a ghost girl. I would not be opposed of that idea that this is something otherworldly for sure. And it's really creepy. What could the spirit be doing in there? The following is an unsettling case that was documented by user Chloe Hart. She recently moved into a new home with her family, and as we have learned, sometimes these houses inherit some ghosts from the past. Chloe was initially doing a choreography for her profile, and then captured something strange on her staircase, and she swears that it was none of her pets. However, before we take a look at that, Chloe states that weird things are happening in this house all the time, like here for example. Strange, right? Let's take a look at her clip now. Something is coming down the stairs, but when Chloe was home alone that day, what was it? I couldn't say if it looked like an animal though. Some people think it did.
Everyone's asking me if it's a dog, so I'm going to show you my dogs. There's one, there's two, this is the stairs, this is the stairgate, the dogs can't go up there.
What do you think happened here? Was it just a family member that was home and Chloe didn't know? Or a paranormal event? This video comes from Reddit user FlickScreen. He caught this footage late one night with a security camera outside his house that monitors his vehicles. He claims that there have actually been strange occurrences regarding this truck before, including the tailgate opening on its own one day, for really no reason at all. He also has a running joke that the truck is haunted or cursed, although he says he's not sure if these are just jokes anymore. Let's see what happened. The footage clearly shows the driver's side door of Flick's truck opening on its own, which is creepy enough. However, viewers noticed that there appears to be some sort of apparition directly next to the door. It's important to note that the uploader also specified that this never happened to this door before, and mechanically there's really no reason for this to occur. A strange shadow can clearly be seen drifting towards the truck and evaporates only moments before the door opens. Is this a spirit caught on camera? Maybe the entity messing with the truck of his. A very interesting capture, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. TikTok user Lauren Rose 867 started filming one night when she felt that her cat was acting pretty unusual. She was a bit estranged and in the end kept staring against the ceiling, as if the animal felt something, or maybe even seeing. While this was taking place, another strange occurrence unfolded, for which Lauren had no explanation for at the time. Have you seen that? What on earth is floating by behind the couch there? Lauren appears to have captured a shadow apparition, which is creepy on its own, but was it also responsible for all the noises? And even catching her cat's attention? Maybe it was just the beginning of something that will keep unfolding in the future. Viewers have pointed out that it might be a family member, but I feel the floating nature to this thing almost rules out a natural person just walking by. What is your opinion?